Greetings, we are back in the land of Skyrim with our incredibly hot buddy here who is going to assist us in our at least the foreseeable future for quests. So, I like her makeup. She does a good makeup job. Something about her. Just something about those war paint and the fur and the shield and just the whole thing. Just really, yeah, very, very pleasant. Very pleasant. I think she should go for Miss Skyrim era, whatever era it is right now. Let's see. So we are actually down to 2 more main quests, which are Dragonborn and the Civil War, and then we're done with the main quests in Skyrim. So it's been a long journey in some ways, but it really feels as it's just flown by. But I mean, there's still a lot to explore. I'm not going for 100% completion because I know there are hundreds of side quests, but we did do a fair amount of side quests, and my goal is to still do more. But I'm not 100% completion. To call this, to me, completing this game is completing. I'll mark it as complete. You know, we might revisit it later someday, but when I mark this game complete, it'll be all because I've completed all the main quests, which I plan on doing, and will do foreseeably. Like, I can't see any reason why not. And we're gonna try to hit up all the Daedric quests because they're pretty fascinating. And then I'm gonna try to look for maybe really novel side quests. If you guys have any recommendations, let me know in the comments. But yeah, right now we're gonna head over to Dawnstar because way back when the game started, we had gone into Dawnstar and we heard people complaining about having nightmares. That there's like a mass hallucination of like people having nightmares in Dawnstar. So we're gonna go check it out and see what's going on. I don't think we've ever met the Jarl of Dawnstar, and even the Jarl, all the Jarls, so to speak. I think we've met quite a few, but I don't know if we've met all the Jarls yet. So atmospheric. That's a pretty neat lodge. Since they're on the coast, kind of makes sense that they have kind of the Horker theme going on. Got some fish over there.
Unless you're here to solve this nightmare problem, I don't need you.
Yeah, these questions are all Dragonborn and Civil War.
The only reason dragons are attacking is because Talos is angry with us for turning our backs on him. As soon as we drive the Empire out of Skyrim, the dragons will vanish. Mark my words.
Real quick here. Uno momento, por favor. Yeah. He's grumpy. It's been Jarl for a while. Okay. Just want to make sure the volume was on full, which it is. But yeah, there are these weird nightmares. I remember we were going to the Dawnstar initially, passing through for another quest, and all the citizens, we just heard them vocally complaining about some kind of shared nightmare, which is very interesting. Let's just see if it's on our journal. Looks like we can still do stuff with companions if needed.
We are poised for glory, Yod.
The Jarl is
Empire will
tired.
never take Dawnstar.
Be mindful of that.
Every last man, child here draws breath.
With respect, Jarl, you can't ask everyone to throw themselves against trained legionnaires. Let's leave the fighting to the Stormcloaks.
So it sounds like
Why dilute the glory with too many souls fighting over?
sounds like Dawnstar is very Stormcloak.
Celebrated as heroes when we win.
If you're here about the nightmares, I'm afraid my pleas to the College of Winterhold go unheard.
For a long struggle ahead.
Enough of your dialogue.
If you could call
Well, I am the Archmage.
Make all the demands in the world, I'm not setting one foot on that battlefield. I fought in the Great War. I cut enough young lives short. I'm not gonna do it again.
You mentioned the Great
About
War,
30
huh?
years ago, the Aldemary Dominion invaded the Empire. It was a surprise attack. Caught everyone off guard. They ended up sacking the Imperial City. I was there, blasting apart young elven men and women with fireballs and lightning bolts. By Akatosh, all the blood, the smell of flesh burned and pulled apart by magic. I never want to do that to another soul, ever again.
Wow, sounds intense.
Back to... I had hoped...
Well, since we're here,
Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
what do you got? Probably nothing that I don't have at the college, but yeah, it looks pretty standard. I think we pretty much have all the main spells in the game, so that's pretty cool. Interesting.
All right, then.
Hey! Aw, she's so pretty. Got that kind of half smile. It's like she's smiling, but she's not. I miss Serana, though. Serana was our gal. She just one day disappeared, but she followed us for many quests. Hey,
Just a servant of Skull the Elder.
who do I talk to?
Time consideration.
Who do I talk to about these nightmares that are plaguing the citizens of Dawnstar? Excuse me.
Heard about what you did, killing those foul witches. Well done, companion.
Alright, so at least we're redeeming our personality, because we've gone from... A lot of times we're mentioned as Archmage and Companion, which is what we want to be remembered as. We don't want to be remembered as associated with the Thieves Guild or the Assassins Guild. Although those were cool quests. What do you gotta say?
Seems like no one is getting a decent night's rest in Dawnstar, stranger.
Yeah, how we talk about it.
And move on. My wife Sarah and I run it together. She's still Smith's, even though we found out she is with child. Our son or daughter isn't going to get much Redguard culture here in Skyrim. I know my wife worries how she will pass along her traditions. Hey, if you find a book called Night Falls on Sentinel, could you bring it to me? It's a story from my wife's people. Be good to have. Good on you.
Why not? We happen to have it, we'll
Come back if you need steel.
we'll have to check our library, because we have a pretty expansive library. So she's a Redguard, so she's from Hammerfell. So he's from Skyrim, she's from Hammerfell kind of thing, which it's pretty fascinating. You don't see a lot of interracial marriage in Skyrim. They're pretty I wouldn't call them xenophobic per se, but they have a very they're very isolated and they have a pretty strong culture. But that's cool that they're, you know, like they have some diversity, they have some spice to the rum. You know, I'm sure it'd be, you know, it seems to be that way at least. We'll see if for future games, which of the continents, like maybe Hammerfell is a little more diverse, but I know that like Morrowind is like very xenophobic. Like they're like, do not like outsiders, do not like non-dark elves. So it'd be interesting to see Elder Scrolls Online and just see what their behaviors are there. If
Sorry
they,
if my father seems a bit distracted.
and it probably depends what era too. I know the Nords, although there's the you know, the legendary Grey Quarter, which is kind of a xenophobic way to sort the Dark Elves into the Grey Quarter. Although the Dark Elves do have slaves in Morrowind, that the Nords seem to not have slaves, and they also seem to tolerate outsiders. You're probably the closest you'll get to being accepted as in no matter who you are in the Elder Scrolls, is if you are in an Imperial controlled area. And still the Imperials, like, they're like the Roman Empire, where they let you keep your culture but they still want say. So it's not even like a genuine diversity, but it's definitely like they're encouraged to promote more acceptance than a lot of these other cultures. What are you doing in the bar? You look a little young to be drinking. Like, it's like German standards. Ooh, wow. Hello there.
Oh, did you need something?
Beautiful redheads everywhere.
I envy you travelers. Dreams aren't affecting anyone not from here.
Yeah, can we all talk about the dreaming thing? Do you know?
My mother taught me. She was a bard from the college in Solitude.
I
would
was a
say
bard.
accept most people who apply, if you're ever interested.
We need to see if there's any more bard quests eventually. Just to kind of, although I wouldn't consider the Bard College a main quest.
Need a room? Don't worry. Nightmares don't seem to have... Did you hear?
Yeah, what's up with the
People
nightmares?
have been seen coming in and out of the black door.
Father, do you want to talk
Divines have mercy.
about Mother? I'm sure she would want you to be happy,
All
Father.
right then.
Yeah, that's weird that they bring it up.
Entertaining the guests and drinking and making your lewd jokes like before.
Maybe there's like a time thing on it. We should have done it earlier. I just find it odd that it's not even on the list. Just wait a little bit. I want to do this Dawnstar thing, but I don't know how we go about it.
You're the harbinger, the companions. It is my honor to stand before you.
That's sweet. It's too bad she doesn't know that companions are werewolves. Well, we're kind of curing that, though. We kind of helped them. Restored the honor of the companions, I guess.
My duty is to
You
guard
come to
Green
Dawnstar at a
Americans.
bad time. Tempers are fiery.
Watch
Stay
your
out of
hands
trouble
around the
now.
legate.
Ooh, an Imperial and Dawnstar. This guy must have a rough time. Shoot, who do I talk to about these nightmares? Maybe if we talk to the kids, we can keep up with them. Gets his exercise in, that's for sure. More than kids nowadays, they're glued to a screen. Oh, he's probably running errands for, like, his dad at the inn or something. Gosh, what is up with... Okay.
They're dead. My pa was a sailor. Took me with him on his last trip. After he got sick,
There's a lot of, like, homeless kids in Skyrim, which is very unfortunate.
died a few days later.
But I think a lot of
Tried
it...
to make do since then, but it's been hard. Real hard.
I think it's a lot easier to pick a kid to adopt than it is to pick a wife in this game. I think there's like a very limited option of wife, but like there's like homeless kids in every town that are like, I need to be adopted, and it's like, you know, it's a problem in Skyrim. There's a lot of homeless children.
I'm running food and supplies to the miners. Don't pay much, but they let me sleep by the fire in the inn most nights.
So it sounds like he's got room and board.
Gotta run.
But nobody seems to want to talk about whatever is going on in Dawnstar, even the Jarl.
What troubles you, my son?
Okay, thank goodness. Okay, what's wrong with everybody around here?
The entire town is being plagued by horrible nightmares. They're in serious danger, but I'm afraid there's little I can do about it.
What can you do anyway? Dreams aren't real. Are there any other options? Yeah, dreams aren't real, but it's like a very strange land we're in.
Dreams are manifested.
We've seen a lot.
Created by the Daedric Lord, Vermina. She has an awful hunger for our memories.
Why would I do that?
In return,
Work to be done.
she leaves behind nightmares. Not unlike a cough marks a serious illness. I must end her terrible influence over these people
Why would they be
before the
looking for
damage
me?
becomes permanent.
Are they upset about the service?
I need to return to the source of the problem, to Nightcaller Temple. Perhaps you'd be willing to assist me in that regard.
Mayhaps, perhaps. Forsooth.
I've already said too much. If anyone overhears what we're saying, it could start a panic. I would simply ask that you trust me and help me end Dawnstar's nightmares.
How can I help?
Wonderful. My Lady Mara will be quite pleased. Nightcaller Temple is only a short walk from Dawnstar. Come, we must hurry. Vermina resides in a strange realm known as Quagmire, a nightmarish land where reality shifts upon itself in seemingly impossible ways. From her citadel at the center, she reaches forth to collect our memories, leaving nothing in return apart from visions of horror and despair. Who can say? Perhaps she collects them for display like works of art in a nonsensical art gallery. Whatever the case may be, her intentions are far from benevolent. I promise to answer all of your questions. Follow me.
Alright, let's follow this strange guy. We still got our buddy here in case anything happens. Let's keep an eye on him. She's like, I'm hanging out with this loser? Hey, I'm the companion, the head of the companion guild. Okay, where did he go? Okay.
Follow me. It's this way.
Indeed. Let's go get Shadowmere real quick.
Imagine blowing up an entire town. Damn.
Yeah, being the Archmage probably isn't still winning us any favors with the Nords. I'm here. Let's go. Bum ba bum, ba la 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 la.
Hill is our destination. People around here call it the Tower of the Dawn.
The Tower of the Dawn, eh?
But it was deserted for quite a long time before Nightcaller Temple was established inside. When the temple was active, the priests were rarely seen in Dawnstar. They preferred to live a solitary existence. The temple's been abandoned for decades now. Ironic, isn't it? A ruin within a ruin. There's a small shrine to Mara I established inside the tower's entry hall.
I guess you haven't been to Blackreach.
Guidance from her.
It's like a ruin within a ruin. Probably the most epic ruin ever. It's one of the coolest places in Skyrim. I'm following. At least he has a solution. He knows what's going on. I thought it'd be a while before he discovered what was afoot. So pretty. I'm coming. Keep going. Man, it's quite the trek. The windy, windy land of Skyrim. Keep going. I'm here. By the way, there's a poll on my community tab that asks who your favorite Daedric Lord is, and I just picked ones that we'd already done, and I'm gonna add another poll with some other Daedric quests that we've done, but it's very interesting. So I'm curious to see what the final results are. I know, like, some people have favored Azura, some people have favored Molech Ball. Hermaeus Mora is also there, but it'd be intriguing to see what people finally decide. Wow. Bear with me a second. I did not expect there to be, like, freaking bears here. I thought there'd be... It's pretty quiet, crazy. Leave Shadowmere alone! Oh my gosh. They or Mina, I guess is more of a it must be the patron saint of snow bears because they're all about her temple. All right, we're here. Erendur.
Before we enter, I must warn you about the dangers that could be lurking within. Years ago, this temple was raided by an orc war party seeking revenge. They were being plagued by nightmares, just like the people of Dawnstar. No. Knowing they could never defeat the orcs, the priests of Vermina released what they called the miasma, putting everyone to sleep. I'm concerned that when this place is unsealed, the miasma will dissipate and they'll awaken. Both orcs and priests alike. The miasma was created by the priests of Vermina for their rituals. It's a gas that places the affected in a deep sleep. Because the rituals would last for months or even years, the miasma was designed to slow down the aging process. Sadly, yes. The longer an individual is exposed to the miasma, the more the mind can become damaged. Those who've been under the effect of it for extended periods of time have been known to lose their minds entirely. In some cases, a few never awoke at all.
Well, we met Hermaeus Mora, so... And we also met Sheogorath. I tell you, if we hung out with Sheogorath and didn't lose our minds, then this should be a cakewalk. But getting out with the Daedric Prince of Madness and survive.
Become clear.
I'm surprised. At least last time I checked the poll, nobody picked Sheogorath. I think he was on the list. I would have thought he would have been more of a fan favorite. have a feeling this guy's gonna betray us or something.
And I'll have this open.
I've played this game before, and I've done this quest, but it's been a long time. Ooh.
Now I can show you the source of the nightmares. Over here.
Wow. It's pretty impressive.
Behold the skull of corruption, the source of Dawnstar's woes. We must reach the inner sanctum and destroy it. Come, there's no time to lose.
It's my gal pal. She abandoned me? She left us. Guess we'll have to fight alone. Or I guess this guy better be pretty sweet. Oh, I think you could only have one companion at a time. It's probably...
Take heed, they've awakened.
That's pretty sweet with the mace.
That it? That your best? Damn it! The priest must have activated this barrier when the miasma was released. Impossible, actually. I wonder. There may be a way to bypass the barrier, but I must check their library and confirm it can be done. I suppose there's no point in concealing the truth any longer. My knowledge of this temple comes from personal experience. I was a priest of Vermina. Yes, you're right. I should have. But I didn't know what to say. When the orcs raided the temple, I fled. I left my brothers and sisters behind to die. I've spent the last few decades living in regret and seeking redemption from Mara. And by her benevolence, I will right my wrongs.
Alright, let's do this.
I still have my key to the library. Whenever you're ready, let's move on. Lore holds that the Skull of Corruption holds a constant hunger for the memories.
The Skull of Corruption.
The skull has been out of touch for so long. I fear it's gained the ability to reach out on its own and try to feed. What it does with these memories is just conjecture, and an argument for scholars and historians to this very day. We mustn't tarry. The skull needs to be destroyed as soon as possible.
Yea, verily, we must not tarry. Let's go forthwith. In haste. In haste! In haste, I say.
It's just... Be careful. We're certain to find more of the Awakened with...
Let's do it up. I'm gonna feel bad killing any orcs in the library because it's gonna remind me of our librarian at the college. No, you go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. Thank you. Say, look what they did to the library, but I mean, I'm hurling fireballs everywhere.
This library used to be filled with arcane volumes. Now look at it. Almost everything's been burned. I hope the tome we need is still intact.
I have a feeling he's gonna like want to revive her for like his own purposes. I don't think he wants to help the town. But it's weird that no one else talks about it. Maybe he's the only one that knows that why everybody's having nightmares. What count did it? Notice what we might find down here. We might find that one book that guy wanted. Oh my gosh. Did we find anything?
Barring any more interruptions, we're looking for a book of alchemical recipes called the Dream Stride. The tome bears the likeness of Vermina on the cover. It should be here somewhere. If you'll check the shelves around the balcony, I'll check it on the lower level.
Shelves on the balcony. Interesting. For over 1,000 years, the priests of Vermina have been masters of the art of alchemy. The complexity and potency of their mixtures are nothing short of legendary. These alchemical treasures are so highly sought after that a single draught showing up on the black market can command sums in the tens of thousands of septims. Of numerous potions that have surfaced to date, Vermina's Topor is perhaps the most impressive. A single sip of this viscous liquid places the imbiber in a state known as the Dream Stride. This condition allows the subject to experience the dreams of another as if they were actually there. The subject becomes an integral part of the dream, behaving as if they belong to any other entities in this dream state. The subject will be mistaken for the dreamer. The subject will even find his mannerisms, speech, patterns, and knowledge expanded approximately. To an observer, after the subject has imbibed the potion, they will appear to vanish. As the subject traverses distances within the dream, they will also be traversing distances in the actual world. When the Topor's effect has expired, the subject will fade back into reality and the exact location projected within the Dream Stride. Some Dream Strides have transported their subjects a few feet, and some have appeared thousands of miles from their origin in a matter of minutes. It's to be noted that Dream Stride is highly dangerous and presents the subject with numerous pitfalls. In certain dreams, subjects have been exposed to life-threatening scenarios such as sickness, violence, and even death. In most cases, the subject simply fades back to our world without harm, but in some instances, the subject never reappeared and was assumed to have expired, or the subject reappeared deceased. It is also quite possible that the subject could reappear in precarious or hazardous location in reality, even though that location appeared to be safe within the Dream Stride. It's kind of like VR. Like you're playing a VR game and you have a VR headset and you're just wandering around. Vermina's Topor is mysterious and elusive as the priest that created it. It's unknown whether this unique transport mechanism is a result of Topor itself or simply the odd machinations of Vermina, but the potential for using the Dream Stride to penetrate seemingly impassable obstacles certainly outweighs its mysterious nature.
Yes, my son.
Found it.
Let me take a look.
Here you go, Daddy.
Laura be praised. There is a way past the barrier to the inner sanctum. It involves a recipe for a liquid known as Vermina's torpor. Yes, the torpor grants an ability the priests of Vermina called the Dream Stride, using dreams to travel distances in the real world.
That's impossible.
I assure you, the Dreamstride is well known in Verminion lore. Sadly,
Well, he would be a Verminion worshipper.
function in person. As a sworn priest of Mara, the elixir won't work for me. The torpor will only work for priests of Vermina, or the unaffiliated.
Oh, he's a priest of Mara.
All believe there is a laboratory in the East Wing. If we proceed there, we should be able to locate a sample.
Let's do it.
You'll be viewing the memory of another through your own eyes and with your own body.
I've been to a skooma den.
You will perceive you as
This is my first rodeo.
You will find the words you utter may not be your own.
Ah.
Thanks to all of these odd principles, there is quite a lot of debate as to whether this is really a dream or just the machinations of Vermina.
So kind of like bath salts. I don't know if I want to proceed. Gonna
I'll watch over you.
wake up naked,
to ensure your safety.
running down the street
If I deduce anything is amiss, I will use my arts to bring you back.
with a fork, stabbing people.
Otherwise, I am uncertain what will end your dream stride. Perhaps when Vermina's curious appetite has been filled.
If you want to be entertained, look. I don't want to tell you to look up videos of anything, but if you're an adult and you're over 18 and you're looking for entertainment, you should check out and see if they have any videos on YouTube of people on bath salts. It's the wildest, craziest thing you'll ever see.
The library. I'm hoping we'll find a sample of the torpor left undamaged.
Let's proceed. Whenever you're frustrated with the rule of law and the presence of police, and I know no institution's perfect, but check out people on bath salts and you'll be glad that there's some rule of law. It's nuts. And I'm not a prude. I'm very, like a free society. But oh my gosh, what is everybody? It's like people every.
Defilers! Kill the
Now that they've been dealt with, we need to find the torpor.
Indeed.
It should be in a small bottle, very similar to a potion. I'll begin searching up here. The torpor should be in a tall bottle with dark liquid. If you find, bring it to me.
Wonder if our inventory will carry over to the dream world. So we got the torpor. Conveniently nearby. Just want to try to collect some of these alchemical things. Man, we're over encumbered. What do we have? I guess we have full dwarven armor. I forget. We have some ebony stuff too.
Yes, my son. What is it I can help with?
Found the Topur.
I'm relieved you discovered a bottle intact. This place looks as though it was ransacked by the orcs. So, I've taken us this far, but you need to guide us the rest of the way. Drink. Dawnstar's fate rests in that tiny bottle. The longer we wait, the more damage Vermina could be doing to those poor people. I understand your hesitation, but I promise you that it works. Let's continue. We still... much to...
Alright, down the hatch. Alright.
The orcs have
Wow, that was pretty quick.
We must hold. We can't allow the skull to fall into their hands.
But no more than a handful of us remain, brother.
Then we have no choice. The miasma must be released.
The miasma? But brother...
We have no alternative. It's the will of Vermina. And what about you, Brother Casimir? Are you prepared to serve the will of Vermina? Then it's decided. Brother Casimir, you must activate the barrier and release the miasma. Let nothing stop you. Brother Thorin, we must remain here and guard this... Yes.
Crazy. Alright, we're gonna save here. So we're like in the dream space. Very interesting. Alright, well... I'm very curious to see what Vermina looks like. The Daedric Prince of Dreams. So we'll figure that out next game. Alright, well I'm very grateful you guys choose to watch my channel. Thank you very much for your support. I noticed subscriptions have been up. It's been a dream come true for me to just see that people are enjoying the playthroughs, that people are enjoying my skits, that people are recommending the channel and liking the videos, and yeah, just I'm very, very grateful to have an amazing audience. So you guys are the reason why this channel exists. So I'm very grateful, and I look forward to see you guys again for another adventure in Skyrim.